We're heading to Maine next week for some hiking, and besides doing some hiking today, eating lobster, you know, this will also give me a chance to play around with the camera.
And other things.
Right on. On the recommendation of a local, we found the Eagle's Nest as the #1 place for lobster roll. And man, they were right. It was really great. Bar Harbor itself is about what you'd expect. A Maine coastal town with lots of shops and restaurants and beautiful parks. Social Project was one of our favorite bars that we enjoyed cocktails and food at. We finished up the night with a walk down by the water at moonlight. The Beehive Trail at Acadia was rated hard. You'll see here I'm pointing from the ground up to the peak. This warning sign about vertical climbs and rungs was daunting. And as you'll see out of the footage, there were lots of rocks to scramble over. There were some rungs and handholds, although don't think for a minute that made it for an easy climb. It was difficult, very rewarding, and exciting. My body doesn't want to do that. Don't step there. Hey, knucklehead, don't step there. Holy crow. I'm fucking rock climbing. Aren't I? So here we are, several states away, halfway up the Beehive Trail in Acadia, and of course we run into people from Buffalo. It was really really something. And the summit in sight. It was about 2.5 hours maybe of climbing up. Tough climb, but it was really rewarding to get to the top. Surprisingly windy up there, which was refreshing, and you know, just gorgeous views of the surrounding coast. Took us about another hour and a half to get down, and certainly an easier climb. We were able to check out this lake called the Bowl, and then upon getting all the way down, Sandy Beach, which Beehive overlooks. Okay, so it's almost noon. We've been hiking around all morning. First impressions of Acadia, Kel?
Gorgeous. Reminds me of a much larger Hoffmaster State Park in Michigan.
Yeah, what are the similarities of them?
The trails are
Manicured?
manicured a little bit. They have like the wood steps in some places. The beach, walking down to the beach reminds me of the beach at Hoffmaster. Less sand, of course.
Right.
But and it does remind me a little bit of Colorado as well, because Colorado has the climbing, especially in Boulder, has the rocks.
Yeah. So, you know, we did the Beehive Trail, and then we went to the bowl, and then we came back down and went to the beach. You guys will see photos of or video of all of that. We're hungry now.
Now it's lobster 30.
I'm tired. So we're gonna go get some cocktails and some lobsters.
Yes.
So we'll check in later. This is a time lapse of the sunrise that I shot on top of Cadillac Mountain. Cadillac is the highest peak in the park. Lots of people are there. Certainly you need to get there around 5:30 a.m. at least in late August. But boy, you'll be paid off with some beautiful shots. The truthy bear. It was fun.
It was fun. I learned some new Maineisms.
Like what?
Harbor hog. Brandy is fat ass in
a glass.
They have, much like we had grape parties in the grapes, they had parties in gravel pits.
In the pit. Parties in the pit.
Pit parties. Pit
parties.
Where they drank brandy.
Yeah.
Coffee flavored brandy with milk.
Yeah, it was rough.
It was good, but I wouldn't drink a lot.
And we met the cannabis farmer.
And we met a cannabis farmer.
Which, shout out to his website and Instagram. It's something 207. Pure 207?
Pure 207.
Is it pure?
Yeah.
Pure207.com and on Instagram.
Yeah. So
he was an interesting cat. And the other guy was a logger who bitched about Canadian
subsidized
loggers.
They're
we were worried we were getting into the Trump zone, but we didn't. And then Jeanette, the Airbnb host, we don't know if we hate her or love her.
It's right on that line. It's going to go one of two ways.
Right. As far as a room, it's fine.
Fine.
As far as the house goes, fine. Walking distance from town.
Fine. Great location.
It's it's Labor Day weekend.
It is.
And we're paying, I don't know, $130 for that room. It's fine.
I've got a lobster scarf. I just want everyone to know. I have lobsters and flags on my shirt.
She's got her uniform going.
I do have a uniform.
All away, sailing out upon Upscott Bay, champion Tennessee, all away. Oh, hi-yo, all away, champion Tennessee, all away.
Think of the Sunrise Music Cruise. Sunset Music Cruise. So we saw both ends of the
Sun.
day today. We saw Cadillac. We were on Cadillac Mountain on the summit, watching the sun come up, which hopefully you've seen in the video. And now you've seen, hopefully, I've edited that correctly so that you've seen the sunset on the Appledore. It was a long, great day.
It was.
Yeah, it spanned from Bahaba down to Camden.
True story.
We spent our last travel day in Camden enjoying the sights, this charter tasting booth, as well as low tide and some of the surrounding architecture. This was Last Chance Lobster Meal. And this was Stephen King's house in Bangor that we stopped on the way out. What a great trip. We'll be back.